Hi and welcome to another edition of the Backstage Pass, if you will, for Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest, and thanks very much to the Berks Arts Council for making this series possible. I believe this is our third year doing this series, and we kind of sneak behind the scenes of Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest. You hear about the concerts, you go to the concerts, you see people all over Berks County when this event takes place. But we want to take you backstage and meet some of the people that are responsible for the entertainment on the stage, both locally and the artists themselves. And I have with me, and I'm quite excited, Keiko Matsui is here. Hi, Keiko.
Hi, how are you?
I am wonderful, and I was looking forward to today when I found out through John Ernesto that you would be joining us.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me.
Oh my goodness, my pleasure. Thank you. About 2 years ago, you were at the Miller Center doing a performance for Jazz Fest. And I introduced it, but then I never left side stage. I was in awe watching you play the piano.
Oh, you were there. Great. Thank you.
Well, just in awe at the fire in your fingers, and not just the fire in your fingers, but the pure passion that came out. When did you start playing?
Playing piano was when I was 5 years old, but that was like very common. Japanese mother takes kids to the piano lesson or ballet lesson.
So this wasn't you, this was what moms do. You're going to take piano lessons.
Actually, my mom is a Japanese traditional dance teacher, so she wanted me to do that, but I showed none of interest. So she gave up and took me to piano lesson. That was classical piano lesson, but I never thought about becoming a professional musician because I was into sports, I was into studying, I was into the school thing, fighting against bad boys and things.
What sports did you like? Which one?
Well, that time I was doing gymnastics, and also I became one of the team of soccer game among boys, 2 girls, and that kind of.
A tomboy.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, a little bit of competition and a competitive spirit there.
Yes.
So you're doing that, and this piano thing was just something that you had to do because mom said?
Oh, well, but mom said she never told me to practice. So I was a good girl. Good girl, studying by myself, practicing, and yeah, so.
Maybe I'm detecting a bit of a competitive spirit. You want to be the best you can be. So if you're going to do something, you put your heart into it?
Actually, when I was a student, there were some competitions and things, but I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't?
But I had to do it, so I was doing. But those times, I was trying to compose for competition, and I was thinking, okay, after this, I'm going to quit to write. But interesting thing is, after that, and somehow I started to receive the melodies instead of trying to write.
What do you mean you received them?
Well, so when I have been creating my own album as a solo album, 27 now.
I saw that. You're a prolific writer, actually. My goodness, they just flow from you.
So yeah, every time I try to compose best 10 out of many motifs. So I set the special time because during the tour and doing many errands, I cannot do composing. So I stop everything and I stuck in the room in front of the piano, and without playing, I just wait to hear something coming to me.
And does it happen? It must. You have 27 CDs later, my goodness.
Yes, so it happened.
I often talk to artists and they'll have this, they call it maybe fallow land or a dry spell, and where they'll do what you say. They'll sit in front of their instrument, or they'll go in a room because they want to compose, they want to write, but nothing comes. You're not experiencing that, it doesn't sound like. So where's all that inspiration coming from in your life?
Yeah, I think influence from everyday life, and also I thought my thought about life or where we came from, and also lots of scenery, just imaginary scenery. And I love ocean, I love moon, and those inspires me a lot.
So nature.
Natures.
You have, I think your latest is called Journey to the Heart, and you have another one, is it Quest for the Soul? Soul Quest. So just those names, there's 3 like that, that kind of remind me the words of somebody searching on a journey. Is your music reflective of a personal search?
I believe so, because some songs sometimes very spiritual, and I don't have particular religion, but I believe that when we create music, when we play music, we are connecting to somewhere, some above, and that's why my life, I had a lot of things in the past, but where I came now, and I realized that, wow, because of music and because of my fan, I could come this far, because always, in any situation, always I had a show was booked, and also my fans were waiting for my new melodies. So that's why that's why I named Soul Quest, which is like, since our soul, each one of us decided to come to this planet, we are on Soul Quest.
Yep.
And next, latest album, new album, I named it Journey to the Heart, because I realized that it was the journey to discovering myself, how I want to live, how I want to create. Everything was just discovering real me. And at the same time, there were double meaning is journey to my fans' heart. Because of you, wow, I could come this far. And I travel lots of different parts of the world besides US and Japan. And sometimes we were in Siberia, -20 degrees, and South Africa, many different places. But when I opened the door, when I saw the theater and filled with my fans, so I just feel so grateful, and I feel fortunate because I could travel with my music and dedicate my melodies. So I'm so lucky.
So your music, the musical journey you're on, has opened many doors for you, but you've opened that connecting door, because I often think, you know, we're not human beings, we are souls trapped in these bodies sharing a same journey, and your music speaks to me like that. So you did make that that connection, and you found that similarity. I want to go back just for a moment, because I'm stuck on, you know, I never really wanted to play music. My mom made me take lessons. I like sports and academics. What was the switch? When did that switch for you, and how did it switch?
Well, of course there are many different points, but when my private life had changed to move to US, and I create one album, and I thought which is just for the memory or something, but that became my debut album in US, and first year 87, and the title track was A Drop of Water, sung by Carl Anderson, who was a Judas for the Jesus Christ Superstar, great artist, great singer. Wow. And that album became recommendation for July 4th of 87, and I saw my vinyl was lined up at the Tower Records. I went to there and took pictures. So that was
that's me. Wow!
And then the radio station started playing my music, and I couldn't believe it. Oh, this sounds familiar, and wow, my song. So just it was like miracle, because I never aimed for it, but somehow it started, and then I was told you should do your own show, and you should have booking agent, and so little by little developing, and then around the first 2-3 years, like I start doing opening act for Miles Davis,
wow,
and George Benson.
Wow!
So I saw, wow, Miles Davis, special guest Keiko Matsui, sounds so cool. So, but only for a few years we were doing that, because kind of I received comments like opening act got too much standing ovation.
How about that? So now it's Keiko Matsui, and others are opening for Keiko Matsui. Speaking of opening, what kind of doors does something like Boscov's Berks Jazz Fest open, not only for you, but for budding musicians, jazz is a different kind of genre sometimes, and it's kind of going away from your traditional radio stations. So how important is this festival to your music and what you do?
I think this era we are losing radio stations to support instrumental music, and because of Berks Jazz Festival has a big heart, you know,
that's a
versatile genre. So many different genres musician is gathering, and also I discovered that the fans, audience, are really into music and seriously listen to music. And also because of 10 days of this big festival and different venues and also different artists, each artist can bring audience, your fans, and you can meet new fans. So it is a wonderful festival because we can support each other, and also for new artists too, because everybody is paying attention that week and you can perform in front of audience. That's the beginning of your career. And in this era, you know, music you can create with a computer, or you can download, and no more vinyl album cover, right? But those era, but still live performance.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing. That's the origin, and that's the most important thing. And I experienced that any country, any different city, even we have different people there, but always at the concert, music connect us beyond the culture, religion, or the differences. And even everybody has a reason. You know, I was traveling between Russia and Ukraine, and I have friends both country, but they were against for certain reason, and everybody has a reason, but music doesn't have no need to explain, and just they enjoy and they are smiling together. So that's amazing power of the music, and I believe that we can increase peaceful air on this earth. And the Berks Jazz Festival is the top of that. So
it is all about connection. So my goodness.
Happy and honored to be here.
And we're honored to have you. And thank you for that personal quest and sharing it to make that universal connection and bring us together across any divide that we may have created on our own for whatever reason.
I feel that's my mission of this life.
You do it well. Don't miss her show. Keiko Matsui right here.
Thank you.
On the People Chronicles. And you talked about downloading. We're doing that just now as we speak.
Come in front of us.
Keep listening and listen to her latest music here on the People Chronicles.
Thank you.